we think something really important is going on in there. We think it has to do with the hospital expansion. Rumor has it they want to expand to Hinckley. But I think if we get a closer look, we can figure out what's going on in there. So, gotta be really quiet here. It's epic training. It was even bigger than hospital expansion. What they are learning in there is new ways to change the way the hospital does business. They're gonna change everything, but it's all for the good. How's the training going so far?
It's going really well. Our instructors have been great, very knowledgeable.
Are people asking to delete the breaks from the training and maybe extend the training hours because they're so excited?
I'm not quite that excited,
No.
but there are people that will stay and ask questions.
It's really not as bad as a root canal, is it?
No.
No?
Root canal is really bad.
Okay.
I've been a course me probably since last January, so I really, I didn't like it. Now I like it.
If you're training people to be super users, what does that say about you? You must be super duper.
I've got to be just one step ahead of the game,
Yep.
you know, and
You're going to be really powerful around here? Or?
I already feel powerful.
Okay.
It is exciting because I know everybody usually comes to me for questions, so I want to be able to give some type of a constructive answer, and if I don't know, I know who to call.
Yep, you'll give honest
Yes.
answers, right?
Oh,
Okay.
definitely.
Not gonna, don't make anything up.
Oh, no, you can't do that.
Working in staff development, I see that my role as being somebody who can help staff make the bridge from the paper documentation system to the EPIC system.
I'm learning to use the computer, which, I'm computer, I don't know if you'd say illiterate, or I'm not good at the computer, but it will help me in my everyday life.
Are you finding that it's really not all that intimidating, the learning process?
No, it's not intimidating at all. It's just the refreshing of you've done something and then you come back 4 or 5 days later and you think, okay, what did I do? So it's just once you are able to practice, I think it'll be a lot better.
And I think it'll be different too when we're actually working with a real patient. Trying to do everything kind of hypothetical and this is what it will be like is a little different. But when we get a real patient and can see how what we're doing and be able to pull stuff up, I think it's going to be a wonderful thing.
people may come in a little unsure of themselves at first, a little unsure of what it's going to be like, but once they get a chance to get in there and see it, it's pretty straightforward, and they really like a lot of the features there.
I'd like to think that we are already giving
Right.
great patient care,
Yep.
but certainly will ease some of the workload for staff. I see that as being a benefit.
There's one chart, one location where everything is at, and trying to access that'll be really nice to be able to have your own space at all times on your own computer and be able to get in there and see what's going on.
Our flow sheets are fairly comprehensive that we use in the critical care unit now, but the amount of stuff that we will be able to document is so much more in-depth and so detailed. It's going to be wonderful to see some of that stuff, because before, if you wanted to find it, you'd have to pull through the chart, and it was very arduous, or even in a past medical record and try to find stuff. And this is probably going to be a much more efficient use of our time.
Since I am in charge of the unit, I have to have a list for the unit, how to do that, how to select patients, delete patients. It's been very interesting.
The ease in ordering medications, supplies, and physician orders, I'm looking forward to those changes.
You're not going to miss the deciphering handwriting or anything like that?
No, not at all.
No.
Not at all.
No sense of adventure, huh?
A girlfriend of mine was just down at Fairview Southdale, and EPIC was instituted down there about, I don't know, a year ago or so, and there was computers in each room, and the nurse came in, logged in, did her vitals, did her assessment, put it all in, and she was out the door, and it was just really, really quick. So I thought, boy, that's really interesting instead of the paper trail.
One of my colleagues, actually, who works in TNIC, has used EPIC at Abbott, and she said the same thing. When they implemented it, was a little painful, and People really had to work with it and stuff, but then once they got that going, it was really good.
I'm not sure if it's always been Epic or a similar format, you know, but they all say that in the end they like it and it
Yep.
works out well.
So tell me, is there any better way to spend a morning than to be learning about Epic?
Oh no, it's been a lot of fun, very exciting. I'll be looking forward to using the system.
The concepts are easy to grasp, and we're allowed a lot of time to practice the new steps.
I think it's pretty user-friendly. If you've had past computer experience, it's pretty self-explanatory, and things pop up right in front of you, and you fill in the blanks, and it moves you to the next spot.
There's going to be some growing pains, but I think when we get it implemented and when we all can play with it a little bit, it's going to be a really good thing for our unit.
And I have to give kudos to the people that have been behind the scenes creating this, because it's just been, I would think it would be overwhelming for them. I mean, they've done an excellent job.
The biggest thing that I can give them as far as encouragement is just to keep practicing. The more that you use the system, the easier it becomes. It's just like anything else that's new.
Yep.
The more that you use it, the more you practice at it, the easier it is. And so this is no different.
That it? Go Epic!